I'm super excited about today's video. We are experimenting with shortening and a candle to see how long this would burn. I am super excited about today's video because we are doing an experiment. It's with shortening. We are making a shortening candle, as you can see in the background, to see just how long it would burn. Of course, this is an emergency type candle. So in an emergency type situation, you can make your own shortening candle quickly and easily. So I'm getting ready to show you how I put my candle together, and we're gonna see how long it will burn in a 24-hour period. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It is darkish. So I've got my flash on, but I want this to be something simple. I want this experiment to be something that if you needed light or a candle like super fast, it wouldn't take you a long time to make. So that's what this project is about today. Kind of an experiment and test. This is actually just great value shortening. I use it, I cook with it. And then I have this small little mason jelly jar. And then a candle. So you could get a candle from the dollar store and then cut to fit. Patrick brought some candles home from church when we had our candlelight service. So that's what I'm using because it fits perfectly. So that's what I'm going to use. So all I'm really going to do is put this shortening down in this jar. I thought about melting it down first, but what if you can't? What if you're out of electricity and you honestly can't because your stove is electric or you have no way to melt it? So that's why I am just going to pack it down in this because I want this to be as realistic as possible. So in one of those emergency situations, if you have some shortening, if you have a jar or some type of a glass thing, you have a candle on hand, you can just make one up real fast and light it and have light for your home. And you probably would want to do better than me. Goodness. Yeah. I didn't put enough in there. I should have put more in there. I should have put more in there before I did the candle. Jeez. Learn from my mistakes. How about that? Learn from my mistakes. If Patrick was here, he'd probably be having a cow on me right now. What are you doing, woman? What are you doing? But this is what it, honestly, okay. I'm okay with it. You know why? This is what it would look like. If I was to honestly have to whip one up in an emergency situation, this is what it would look like. This is how I would be doing it. I would be trying to get it in the jar. You know, get my wick. There's my wick. Get it, you know, going as fast as I could, so that we could have light. So that's what would happen in an emergency situation. I'm going to go get my lighter and I'm going to light that, and then we're just going to kind of let all that settle. All right, let's see if this will light. Okay, now I'm going to let this sit on my counter. I'm actually going to push it back here on my counter and let it sit here for 24 hours. So tomorrow at 6:10, we will see how far this candle burned down, because the whole point of this is to see if the shortening will burn and for how long. One more thing, just thought of it. Let's see how much this weighs. So we'll say about 6 ounces. This jar weighs about 6 ounces. And this candle jar weighs, what is that on? 12. So about 6 ounces is in this. So we'll see how long a 6 ounce shortening candle will burn. That's the test. I'm going to set it back over here away from any drafts or anything where it can't be knocked off so that I can keep my eye on it.
I did a lot better with this one. So it is packed a little better. And I think, yeah, that'll work. That will work. Yes. It has now been like 12 hours. And I want to do an update because it looks good. It burned all night long. It is 6 o'clock in the morning right now. And it looks really good. All of that lumpiness and everything is just kind of smoothed out, which I was kind of worried about. I didn't know if it would burn evenly, because you want to make sure that your candle diameter is big enough with the container that you're going to use. So if you were to use like a bigger container, you might need to do 2 or 3 candles to get that even burn. So this one worked perfect. It is looking very good. That black stuff is probably where the candle had been previously lit. It fell off. But other than that, you guys, it's looking good. But I'm going to go ahead and make like a mark right here, because that is where the wax line is, or the shortening line. And I'm going to put 6 a.m. Even though I know that it's 6 a.m. I'm going to put 6 a.m. And we'll check back in at 6 p.m. tonight, which will be our 24-hour mark.
I'm using the cracked camera, so please bear with me. But I want to show you guys this candle because it is now 6 o'clock. It has been 24 hours since I lit this candle. Are you guys ready to see? Are you ready to see how far it's burned down? I have my flash on so that we can see. And I made this mark here at 6 a.m. this morning. It is now 6 p.m. 24 hours later. So the candle has burned, we could say, halfway down. What do you think? About halfway down? So is it safe to say that this candle would burn for 2 days? I think it would burn for 2 days. This might be a better view. You can see down in there, candles burning, the shortening is melting. So actually, after doing this experiment, I feel like this is an amazing way to make some emergency candles quick and on the fly if needed. So all you would have to do is just stock up shortening, and the price, you guys, would be so much more cost effective than buying all these candles, right? You could go to the dollar store and buy candles, of course, which brings me to a thought. Why not another experiment? This shortening candle versus a dollar store candle. Same size. I would actually find one that was about 6 ounces, about the same size. Let them burn side by side and see which one lasts longer. So the next thing that I want to test out with this candle is the brightness. How much light can you get from one candle? And now, since it is dark outside, I think this is the perfect time for me to test this out. There's the candle burning. Never mind my dinner mess here. I am going to turn that off. And let's just see. I'm going to actually move it to the center. Over here. I'm in the kitchen, and I don't know if you guys can see. It does put off a light within maybe 3 feet of its area, like 3 feet radius. I would be able to see. So it doesn't put off like a lot of light. So if you're needing to light up a bigger room, you would need more than one light. But it is not hot to the touch. Like, I could actually carry this around. So if I needed to go to the restroom or whatever, you know, I could carry that with me. So it does put off quite a bit of light, which would be very important in one of these situations. However, I don't think it puts off as much light as an oil lamp. So if you're needing to light up a larger room, this might not be a beneficial way, but absolutely in an emergency situation, this would be a great go-to light source. Thoughts, comments, suggestions? I would love to hear from you. And until next time, pray for the best, prep for the worst. God bless you guys. Have an amazing day.